Hello traders, hello everyone. My name is Olimpiu Tuns and today I will be your host for this live trading session, for this live webinar. First of all, let's wait a few more moments before more and let's wait for more members to join us here. So hello Giovanni, how are you, man? Quintin, Aline, Sanders Forex. I signed up for long haul using the LTUT Telegram referral. I sent an email. Please, man, email support and they will help you. I hope that they will add you to the VIP group soon, so you'll have to wait maybe a little, or you can email support. Please read the risk disclaimer before we'll start this live session, guys. It is very important to understand the risks. Richard, salut, just paid for my month subscription, super excited. Yeah, thank you. So please read the risk disclaimer before we'll start this live session. And also, guys, I'm waiting for your questions, for your messages into the YouTube chat. Hello Donnie. Yeah, hello everyone, hello guys, to everyone. So I will close this window here. Okay, Sanders, yeah, thank you. Okay, I will close this window and we'll start talking about the DXY. And also for the VIP members, yeah, we are that position in Canadian dollar versus the. Let's start here talking about the DXY. Right now the dollar index has decreased a little here in the short term, and let's take a look here on the economic calendar. And as you already know, in less than 45 minutes we'll have the US data dump, the flash services PMI, which is expected to remain steady at 64.6 points. And also the flash manufacturing PMI is expected to drop from 62.1 to 62 points, but yeah, we'll have to wait for these economic data from the US to be released before maybe taking action into the markets. So we'll take a look on all markets right now, starting with the DXY. So the dollar index, as you can see here, it has registered only a false breakdown with great separation below the downtrend line. Let's take a look also on daily. One moment. So here is our daily chart. So we had here a downtrend line. The DXY has jumped above it. It has increased here as much as 93.19. Yeah. One moment. Yeah. And yesterday it has registered only a false breakdown with great separation. You can see here that this candle, the price has decreased right below the broken downtrend line, below the 78.6, but it has closed much above it, signaling still a bullish bias here in the short term on the DXY. Right now the DXY drops ahead of the US data dump, but fundamentally, if the US data will come in better than expected, so if the flash manufacturing PMI and the services PMI will report better than expected data, maybe the DXY will jump higher, will resume its growth after this false breakdown with great separation, signaling that the US dollar could appreciate versus its rivals. Okay, yeah. Hello, can we look on GBP versus US dollar? Yeah, we'll take a look on the GBP versus the US dollar. Thank you. Okay, so we'll have to wait for the US data here, and we'll come back to the DXY maybe before the US data dump. And let's take a look on the British pound versus the US dollar right now. So I've told you yesterday I've hosted a live session for the VIPs yesterday, And I've told you guys that we may have maybe a temporary decrease here from this maybe resistance area in the short term in the British pound versus the US dollar. And if we'll take a look here, right now the pair increases only because the DXY has dropped in the short term, because if we'll look here on the economic calendar, the UK flash manufacturing PMI dropped unexpected lower from 63.9 to 60.4 points, much below 62.3 estimate. And also the flash services PMI was reported at 57.8, far below 62.1 expected forecast in the previous reporting period. So right now this pair increases only because the DXY has dropped in the short term. Yeah. Okay, so right now we don't have something really good in the British pound versus the US dollar. As I've told you yesterday for the VIPs, guys, I've told you that as long as it stays below these immediate downtrend lines, personally I don't have something really good. Maybe we'll have to wait for something, and maybe if the pair will fails to maybe stabilize above this medium line of the ascending pitchfork, retest here, maybe we'll have a new short opportunity here in the short term if the DXY will continue its growth, its rally. But we'll have to wait, guys, here, because personally I don't want to buy it here around these resistance levels. Yeah, so I'll wait maybe for something here, for a breakout, stabilization, sideways movement above these obstacles, upside obstacles, or maybe I'll look for a new short opportunity, maybe if the price will fail to stabilize above this medium line of the ascending pitchfork. Okay, so right now I don't have something really good in the British pound versus the US dollar. Let's take a look also on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen. I've sent you guys earlier an analysis talking about the potential further growth here as long as the pair stays above the medium line of the ascending pitchfork. Right now it has registered only a false breakout here above the R1, the weekly R1, 110.58, guys. Maybe it could come back to test and retest the medium line before jumping higher. Also here I want to use an inside sliding parallel line, so I'll draw a parallel line with the medium line and I will place it here in this top. So right now it has registered only a false breakout above this sliding line, so we cannot exclude maybe a temporary decline here, retest before jumping higher. And I've told you earlier today that as long as it stays above the medium line, it could resume its growth. And also right now the US dollar versus the Japanese yen is trading in the red here, only because the DXY has decreased. Okay, so we'll have to wait, and as I told you, better than expected, maybe US data later today could lift the US dollar, so the US dollar could drag this pair higher. And let's take a look also on the Japanese stock index on Nikkei. And as I've told you in the previous days, I've told you that personally I'm expecting the Japanese yen to drop further as long as the Japanese stock index continues to grow. Yeah, and I've told you that the potential further growth here could force the Japanese yen to depreciate versus its rivals. So we'll take a look also on euro versus the Japanese yen, also on the British pound versus the Japanese yen. So right now the euro versus the Japanese yen here, it continues to pressure here 130.17 after jumping above this downtrend line. But we'll have to wait here. Right now we don't have something really good, maybe a new higher high and the potential maybe upside breakout above the medium line could really signal an important growth, because right now we are in a resistance area here. Yeah, and the pair, the euro versus the Japanese yen, has confirmed this ascending pitchfork here after registering this false breakdown with great separation, drop far below the lower medium line, closing far above it, and we'll have to wait maybe here for a fresh buying opportunity, for a fresh bullish signal after maybe moving sideways here in the short term. Yeah, so we'll have to wait here for something. So this also bullish engulfing has signaled a potential growth here, also after escaping from this maybe channel, down channel. But as I've said, personally I'm waiting for something here because the pair is still located right below the weekly pivot point, 130 and 20. So potential breakout, consolidation, breakout above the medium line could really signal a potential further growth here, but only if the Nikkei, the Japanese stock index, will continue to increase. The British pound versus the Japanese yen, guys, thank you. Adam Quinn also will talk about the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen, or maybe we'll not talk today. Maybe I will not talk about that pair because this is only that it was VIP signal, guys. So as long as the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen is only a VIP, I will update you guys into the VIP Telegram group only for VIP members. Yeah, so it was not a free signal. So please, guys, if you want to get all our trading signals, you can become a VIP member by accessing the link posted right below this video. Okay, so here we have the British pound versus the Japanese yen. Unfortunately, we don't have something really good here right now, only because it is located right below the weekly pivot point, right below this downtrend line. Maybe a potential, I don't know, temporary decline could bring us an upside breakout here, or a potential breakout above the downtrend line, test, retest, could really signal a potential further growth here. So we'll have to wait for something for confirmation here on the British pound versus the Japanese yen. So we had an important growth here, and we had a great long position here in the British pound versus the Japanese yen. We closed our position in profit, which is a nice profit in the previous days. So right now we don't have something really good here on the British pound versus the Japanese yen. The bias is still bullish, guys, here in the short term. So we could have maybe only a temporary decline. So as long as it stays above this immediate uptrend line, it could resume its growth. Milad Hamid, what about euro versus the US dollar? Yeah, we'll take a look on euro versus the US dollar as well. Thank you. Hello, just joining the VIP group, looking for broken options. Please help. So please email support. Please email support, and they will come back to you and they will help you with suggestions, broker suggestions, or if you have any questions, please email support. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the British pound versus the Japanese yen is still bullish here, as long as it stays above this uptrend line. Maybe dropping below it could signal a potential drop towards this medium line, but as I've told you, we'll have to wait for something here, maybe for an upside breakout, consolidation, or for a consolidation here before maybe catching a new bullish opportunity in the British pound versus the Japanese yen. Okay, euro versus the US dollar. Let's take a look before the US data dump. So the euro versus the US dollar is still trapped within this pattern here. It moves sideways between the pivot point, the weekly pivot point, and the weekly S1 static support. So maybe we'll have to wait maybe for a breakout from this range before maybe going long or short on euro versus the US dollar. Personally, I believe that maybe better than expected US data later today could maybe push the pair down as the DXY could rally. Okay, we'll have to wait, guys, because the pair is still trapped within this range below the downtrend line. Also, it has registered only false breakdowns below the S1, so only maybe if it will close below the S1, below all these lows, could signal a strong drop, further drop here in the short term. Yeah, Joseph will talk about gold as well, because the US data will have an impact on gold as well. Quintin, man, I love pitchforks. They provide a nice macro view. I use it on all my analysis now. Thanks. Yeah, thank you, Quintin. Yeah, you can use the pitchforks on all time frames, on all markets. Maybe you need some experience, but yeah, the pitchfork tool will help you to identify dynamic resistance, support levels, targets, maybe exhaustions. Will help you to identify maybe great trading opportunities with high probability trades, also with a great risk to reward ratio. So yeah, you can use pitchfork along other tools. You could use also price action, also static support resistance levels, also maybe Fibonacci, other indicators. So the bias is still bearish here on the euro versus the US dollar, and the potential DXY's rally could send the price down towards this downside line. Downside breakout from this range could really signal downside continuation here in euro versus the US dollar, guys. All right, so we'll have to wait. And personally, I believe, and I've told you yesterday and in my previous analysis, that only a valid breakout here above this downtrend line could activate this pattern, this potential reversal pattern. So right now we don't have something really good, and personally I believe that maybe you should stay away from this pair right now, because after yesterday's false breakout with great separation, and also before the US data dump, maybe you should stay away from this pair right now. DXY again, and we'll also talk about gold as well. And as I've told you, the price of gold could register sharp movements around the US data. Gold, guys, what a nice false breakdown with great separation here in gold. This candle here could signal that the buyers are still present into the game, even if the price is trading in the red right now. Maybe a potential retest or something could send the price higher. Yeah, or if the US data will come in worse than expected later, maybe the price of gold could jump higher in the short term. We'll have to wait, guys, for something here. We, as you already know, we stayed away from gold lately, but yeah, when we'll have a great trading opportunity, we will send you guys signals in gold. And if I'll have a new long opportunity here in gold, I will send you guys the signal for the VIP members into the VIP Telegram group. So if you are not a VIP member, you can join us. You can become a VIP member by accessing the link posted right below this video for only £35 a month. So you can join us. So gold, technically, as long as it stays within this ascending pitchfork body, the bias is still bullish. So we have something like a demand area zone here around 1797.72. Yeah, so the price has registered only a false breakdown with great separation below all these immediate support levels, so we'll have to wait here for something. But as I told you earlier, if the US data will come in better than expected, and if the DXY will jump higher towards fresh new lows, maybe the price of gold could drop and could register a valid breakdown here below all these immediate levels. So personally I believe that something like a potential drop here, valid breakdown below the lower medium line, a new lower low, drop, stabilization below the S1, one moment, 1791.18 could really signal a potential drop towards all these support levels. But this scenario could take shape or maybe only if the DXY will resume its growth, guys. Okay, so in the short term here we still have this pattern. The price of gold is trapped within this pattern, so maybe only an upside breakout from this pattern, maybe test, retest, false breakdowns, and the valid breakout could signal a potential growth here. And as I've told you, when I'll have confirmation, maybe when I have a short opportunity selling signal or a buying opportunity, I will come back with the signal for the VIPs, and I will send you guys the signal into the VIP Telegram group, so you can become a VIP member. And also don't forget, guys, that we have, for those who are not VIP members, don't forget that we have, one moment, guys. So don't forget that we have a flash sale during this weekend for those who are not VIP members. So please visit the free Telegram group, so you can become a VIP member for only £35 a month, and to get all our trading signals, VIP, to have access to our VIP sessions, live sessions, to our daily watch lists, to our analyses, tutorials, analyses, and so on, to our full services. Okay, so right now we don't have something really good in gold right now. Personally, I want to see maybe something here, test, retest, a new higher high, upside breakout before going long, or I'll wait for a valid breakdown here before going short. Okay, let's talk about also about silver, guys. Silver right now, it continues to move somehow, I don't know, sideways here within this pitchfork. I will delete this pitchfork from here, because right now we don't have something really good in silver. It has found support here on 78.6. It has failed to stabilize right below the lower medium line of the descending pitchfork, but we'll have to wait for something because the pressure is still high. Hi, thanks for the live stream. Yeah, thank you as well, David. Yeah, so right now we don't have something really good in silver. We'll have to wait, but I've told you that maybe we'll have something like a new great trading opportunity in gold, guys. US oil, guys. And I've told you yesterday, for the VIP members, that the price of US oil could resume its growth. Yeah, we were here after this temporary drop from the upper medium line, but I've told you guys that as long as it stays above the uptrend line, it could continue to increase. And I believe, Rashid, if you are here live, I've told you, man, that the price of US oil could jump above all these resistance levels, and it could continue to increase. That's why yesterday, yeah, we had we sent Harris, hello sir, love you from Pakistan. Yeah, hi to you. Hi, hello, how are you, man? So yesterday we sent something like sell stop right below this low here, but I've told you that the price could print only a temporary decline here before jumping higher, so we deleted our pending order here in US oil yesterday. So we sent pending order signal for the VIPs here in US oil, and I've told you guys that the potential breakout here above these levels, maybe something like a consolidation here, could signal a potential further growth here in US oil. So right now the US oil is still bullish, something like a range here, sideways movement, consolidation, accumulation could maybe bring us an upside continuation. Okay, David, question, into that direction would a trend usually go after triangle formation where it came from before the formation or upset? Is AvaTrade account in Canada eligible for free membership in VIP? So please email support, okay, if you want more informations regarding brokerage companies. So please email support, okay, because I really don't know if AvaTrade is eligible for Canada, but I believe that it is. I really don't know, but please email support and they will help you guys, okay. One moment, let's take a look also to see if we have something really important. The news section. Right now we'll have to wait for the US data dump, guys. Please guys, if you want me to take a look, yeah, I will take a look. Yeah, thank you. On US 500. So right now we don't have something really good in US oil. So S&P 500, US 500 is bullish, but we'll have to wait here for something to see what will really happen around these historical highs. 43.93.2 historical high, all-time high. The bias is still bullish, and maybe a potential. Personally, I would like to see something here like a consolidation above this upper medium line, or for breakout consolidation before it will continue to increase, because right now it's risky to buy it right below this all-time high, even if it's bullish and even if the S&P 500 will continue to increase, okay. But yeah, after this amazing rally, it could drop a little to move sideways, or it could jump above this all-time high and then it could move sideways before jumping higher. US 30. Linda, euro versus the sterling dollar 4-hour time frame. Yeah, I will take a look on that pair as well for you, Linda. Thank you. One moment. So I will take a look on your messages as well. Please guys, if you want me to take a look on a specific market, that's why I am here. And also for the VIP members, our position in the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen is still really good, and I will update you guys into the VIP Telegram group right after I will end this webinar, live webinar. But you should know that our position is still really good, okay. So US 30 right now, we'll talk about US 30. Thank you, hi there. So US 30 guys, here on 4-hour, let's take a look here. So we have something like a sideways movement here on daily, right? And if we'll go back on 4-hour chart, right now it's risky, man, to buy it here, only because the price is located right below these highs, below 13,102 historical high, all-time high. So right now, personally, I stay away from US 30 right now. And you should know, guys, that after this important rally, upside movement, potential DXY rally later after the US data could bring us maybe a temporary decline in the short term on the US equities, and maybe the US 30, the US 100 and the US 500 could resume their growth if the DXY will drop after the US data. Okay, so right now, but first of all, the US 30 is still bullish, and maybe a temporary decline could help us to catch a new swing higher, to catch something like a new buying opportunity. But right now we don't have something really good here. It is located right above the weekly R1 resistance, 34,969. But I've told you that as long as it stays below these levels, personally I would like maybe to see something like a temporary decline before jumping higher. Yeah, US 100, guys, the Nasdaq, it has reached fresh all-time highs here, new historical high, 15,027.4, I believe. Yeah, so right now it drops. Let's take a look on the DXY again to see how the DXY reacts right now before the US data dump. And as you can see here, the DXY tries to recover, to increase after this drop, and I told you that a potential further growth here in DXY could force the US equities, the US 100, the US 30, US 500 to decrease a little in the short term, right? US 100 again, and right now we have a sell-off from this former historical high, from around 15,000 psychological level. Yeah, one moment. The bias is still bullish, guys, despite a temporary decline here in US 100, right? I told you maybe the price could drop, retest the immediate support levels, former resistance levels, before jumping higher, before resuming its growth. It has jumped above this first warning line of the descending pitchfork, and let's try maybe to draw something here like an ascending pitchfork. An ascending pitchfork, so it could maybe retest the warning line, the medium line of the ascending pitchfork, this zone here, this area, and false breakdowns below these levels with great separation, or it retest followed by a new higher high here. Important growth, stabilization here could really signal a potential further growth here in US 100. This scenario could take shape, guys, if the DXY will drop after the US data. Maybe we'll have to wait. So yeah, Arbor, Bushi, Australian dollar versus the Japanese yen. After, I will take a look on euro versus the Australian dollar, I believe, for Linda Anastasia. Thank you. So right now, let's take a look on daily. So maybe temporary decline here. In euro versus the Australian dollar. After, you can see that the pair has increased, but it has found strong supply here, strong sellers around this area here, strong resistance zone area. Let's try maybe, but I don't believe that we can draw something really good here, or yeah, but we can. Okay, so right now it has failed here to stabilize right above the upper medium line of the ascending pitchfork. I've told you that it has plunged after reaching this resistance zone, resistance area, all these former lows here, but it could still maybe increase as long as it stays maybe above the weekly pivot point. One moment, and if it stays maybe above 1.5947 stabilization, sideways movement, it could maybe continue to increase. Oh, and also after developing and printing this pin bar here, false breakdown with great separation below the weekly pivot point, below 1.5909, maybe it could resume its growth, but personally I don't have something like a good setup right now. And also if we will draw a descending pitchfork here, so please take a look here. Yeah, responding to questions. Yeah, serious, please. I'm waiting for a message if you have one. So if we'll draw here something like descending pitchfork to encapsulate the price action here, the medium line. So you can see that the price has decreased, has increased, has retested here. It has registered only false breakout above the upper medium line, confirming the upper medium line as a dynamic resistance. So the price has decreased towards the medium line. So here it has registered only a false breakdown with great separation. That's why I've told you guys that maybe the pair could turn to the upside in the short term. So here we'll have, guys, something like a support zone represented by the weekly pivot point here, 1.5898, and by the medium line. So as long as the price maybe comes back, test, retest here, stays above these levels, it could come back towards the upper medium line of the towards the upper medium line of the descending pitchfork. Okay, so staying above these support zone, support levels, could signal that the pair could turn back to the upside, could come back towards the upper medium line of the descending pitchfork, right? And also this candle here indicates that the buyers, the bulls, are still present into the game, that we have strong buyers here. So let's try here. Yeah, if we'll draw something like an ascending or an uptrend line, yeah, the price has dropped right below this uptrend line, but this false breakdown with great separation here could signal a potential rebound in the short term. We'll have to wait. Maybe personally I would like to see something like a sideways movement, test, retest, or false breakdowns here with great separation, maybe before jumping higher. Yeah. Okay guys, so let's take a look again on the DXY before the US data dump in 5 minutes, 6 minutes. So the DXY is still bullish here, I've told you, and a potential upside breakout above this upper medium line, test, retest, could really signal a potential further growth here in DXY, and the potential further growth here will really signal the greenbacks, the US dollar appreciation versus its rivals, right? Let's take a look and let's use the relative strength index to see if we still have something like a bearish divergence here. So the RSI is still located right below this downtrend line, downsloping line. We'll have to wait, guys. But this candle here, I've told you that this candle has signaled that the DXY could maybe resume its growth, but the DXY, the dollar index, still needs support from the US economy, from the US data. So that's why we are we'll wait maybe for better than expected data, maybe before trying to identify new buying opportunities, new longs in the US dollar. Yeah, and personally I believe that maybe after these US economic data we'll find maybe great longs or shorts in US dollar, and I will come back to you guys maybe after the markets will cool down with maybe a potential signal, 1 or 2 signals, maybe later today, even if it's Friday, for the VIP members. So for those who are not VIP members, you can join us by accessing the link posted right below this video for only £35 a month. If you want to receive our trading signals. So in 4 minutes US data will be released. The sapphire there has effect. What effect will happen on gold and US 30 if US data came more? Personally, I've talked about gold and US 30. Yeah, Linda, I've told you that personally I'm waiting for something on euro versus the US dollar, and yeah, we'll identify and we'll a great setup on euro versus the US dollar after escaping from that range. Let's take a look again. So right now you should understand here that it's risky to sell it right now or to place here a sell stop right below the S1, because we may have only a false breakdown with great separation, a false breakdown, and the price could jump higher. And right now we don't have something really good here where to place maybe a buy stop. We could maybe place one here, but we may have a new false breakout. So that's why we'll have to wait here for the price to escape from this range, to confirm a breakout before we'll maybe catch something really good in euro versus the US dollar. So we don't have to. Okay, so right now the pair is trading in the red only because the DXY has resumed its growth. Yeah, so we'll have to wait here for the US data. Let's keep an eye here on our red box. And we'll also keep an eye maybe on the DXY to see how the US dollar index will react here. 30 minutes. So right now the DXY rallies after retesting 92.84, and guys, let's keep an eye here to see if the US data will come in better than expected or worse than expected or in line with expectations. Yeah, we'll talk about, so the US services worse than expected, 59.8 versus 64.6. US manufacturing PMI 63.1 versus 62.1. So mixed data. The DXY has slipped lower here right now. So again, the US services, the flash services PMI 59.8 versus 64.6 previous, and estimate was 64.8. and also the US manufacturing, the flash manufacturing PMI 63.1 versus 62.1 previous, estimate 62, right? So the DXY stays around its current levels. Let's take a look here also on this. So yeah, flash manufacturing PMI 63.1, better than expected, signaling that the manufacturing sector has resumed maybe its expansion. Flash services PMI worse than expected 59.8, signaling a slowdown in expansion. We'll have to wait here. So right now the DXY remained around its previous levels here, 92, 93. And as I've told you earlier, maybe we'll have to wait for the market to calm down, to cool down after the US data dump, before maybe trying to identify long opportunities, long signals, long maybe entries in US dollar, or before we'll maybe try to identify shorts on the US dollar. Okay, but right now we don't have something because the DXY seems undecided here in the short term. Let's take a look also on gold. One moment. On gold, guys. So the price of gold is still trading in the red here. And as I've told you earlier, I'm still looking for something here, for a breakdown, valid breakdown, low, low, to confirm a deeper drop, which will bring us maybe a short opportunity, or for an upside breakout, for a new higher high here, for an upside breakout from this pattern, or test retest here, false breakdown with great separations, maybe bullish engulfings, before maybe catching a new buying opportunity. Okay, let's take a look on the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Thank you, guys. So this one is still bullish as long as it stays here above the weekly pivot point. Yeah, 1.2550 above this immediate uptrend line. So it's still bullish despite this drop, aggressive drop. So it is still located in this up channel. It has failed here to stabilize above the up channel's resistance, upside line. That's why we had an important drop. Also, we had an important drop here, sell off, only because the DXY has decreased in the short term. Yeah, so this one is still bullish, and only a potential drop, breakdown below these, all these could invalidate a potential new maybe swing higher, growth, increase here in US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. GBP versus the Canadian dollar. Thank you, Joseph. I don't know why you want to trade this pair, man. Please take a look here. A major sideways movement. So personally, I don't want to trade this pair. This is not on my watch list, but I will take a look on this pair as well. But first, personally, I don't have something here on this pair. Maybe a potential breakout here above the weekly pivot point as retest could signal a potential growth here, but after these Canadian economic data, the retail sales dropped by 2.1, better than expected. The specialists have expected 3.0 percent drop after 5.6% drop in the previous reporting period. Also, the core retail sales, an important drop here, 2.0% versus 1.6% expected. So right now I will have to wait for something here. Let's draw something like a Fibonacci retracement. This is not helpful for us, and let's try also to draw an ascending pitchfork here, selecting 1, 2 and 3 points. We'll have to wait, guys, here because we still have this static resistance here, 1.7317, also the weekly pivot point here. So we have something like a resistance zone area here, and jumping above this resistance area zone could signal a potential growth here in the British pound versus the Canadian dollar, right? And here test retest, only false breakouts could signal a potential drop here. US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, we talked about that pair. Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Thank you, guys. Temporary drop here. Let's take a look again on the DXY to see if the DXY it has rallied or something. Yeah, the DXY it has rallied here on 1 hour. Let's take a look here again on 4-hour chart. So it's still undecided, but I've told you that maybe we'll have to wait for the markets to cool down after these releases, maybe before understanding better if the DXY will continue to increase or if it will drop. Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Let's take a look here. So the Aussie versus the US dollar has found support here on this lower medium line, as I've told you, and it has registered only a false breakdown with great separation below 0.73 psychological level. Right now it has tried to rebound, but the pressure is still high. Sorry, guys. As long as it stays right below 0.7409, below the medium line, it could maybe only retest these before dropping again. So right now we don't have something like a bullish reversal pattern or something like this, so this could still be only a temporary rebound, bounce back. So we don't have something really good here in Australian dollar versus the US dollar. New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar, same as yesterday. It's pressuring the weekly pivot point, is still located right below this downtrend line. So we'll have to wait either for an upside breakout, valid breakout, or for a breakdown here below the lower medium line to confirm maybe a potential drop here. So personally I'm waiting, and I'll wait for confirmations here on this pair before sending a signal, a new fresh signal. Okay. So right now we don't have something really good here. Okay, and about the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen, it is still above the weekly pivot point. It is still good technically, so we'll have to wait, guys, or you can do whatever you want, but personally I will still wait for the VIP members, and I will update you guys I will come back with a trade management after I will finish and after I will end this live webinar, public webinar, okay, for the VIPs. Okay, guys, if you have more questions, Australian dollar versus the Canadian dollar, let's take a look. One moment. Personally, I don't have something, whoa, sideways movement here. I don't like this pair too much. And yeah, let's take a look here. So a key level here, support. But we'll still have to wait for something. Here. Maybe before considering going long or short. This is not enough for me, only reaching a key level, a support level to go long. So right now I don't have something really good here in this one. In the Australian dollar versus the Canadian dollar. We'll have to wait, and I will take a look maybe again on this pair during weekend, and I will make an analysis, and I will come back maybe with a full analysis on my upcoming live webinar session. Okay, because right now we don't have something really good on this pair. Okay, so we talked about the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Let's take a look. We'll take a look again on gold, on euro versus the US dollar. So right now the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar increases only because I believe that the DXY is still bullish. Yeah, the DXY is still bullish here. Let's take a look on Japanese stock index as well. Yeah, right now the Nikkei has increased a little. Maybe it will retest the weekly pivot point. Yeah. Right now, let's take a look also on US equities. I believe that the US equities are going down right now. Yeah. I've told you earlier that the XY's rally could bring something, but no. The US 100 is, it has decreased a little, but it could still increase. US 500, thank you. Yeah, we talked about US oil, and we could talk also about the natural gas. Let's take a look. Only for you guys here live. Let's take a look on daily, because this is not on my watch list. Whoa, what a nice rally here in natural gas. I will delete all these. One moment. So natural gas is strongly bullish here. So personally, I believe that maybe it's too late to buy it from here right now. But yeah, definitely is strongly bullish. This is not on my watch list. And yeah, we talked also about gold. One moment. We talked about US oil. As I've told you guys about the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen, we are still above the weekly pivot point, above that major support. So I will update you guys in a few minutes on the Telegram group, on the VIP Telegram group, only for the VIP members, right? Okay, so personally I'm still holding that position, and I will come back with the trade management into the VIP group soon, guys. You can do whatever you want, guys, if you don't want to keep that trade. Okay, so right now I don't have something really good in natural gas. This could be the next upside target here, but personally let's draw something here like an ascending pitchfork. Something like this, or we had something here like a breakdown, so we'll use this pitchfork. Maybe you can see breakout, valid breakout above this upper medium line, new higher high, signaling a potential further growth. So the next upside target could be here at 4.16. We'll have to wait. And let's take a look again on US oil. US oil 4 hour, 1 hour actually, maybe. So it has decreased a little after maybe reaching here 150%. But I told you yesterday that we may have a breakout here above these resistance levels, consolidation before further growth here in US oil. Okay guys, if you don't have more questions, I will end this webinar right now here. And don't forget, for those who are not VIP members, you can join our VIP Telegram group if you want to get all our trading signals for only £35 a month. And also don't forget that we have something during this weekend for